What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Offside Show. Today we're looking at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Ninja Power Rangers. So these were Target exclusive Rangers of the Power Rangers in their ninja form. So how we see them in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3 as well as in the Power Ranger movie, they sort of wear these outfits. So these all look really cool. So they're just the Rangers in the ninja clothes, which all look really cool. These are like one of my favorite outfit designs for all the Power Rangers. So getting these is super cool. They're the designs I really wanted. So getting them is really awesome. And so it's taken us forever to do this video because we were waiting for the entire wave. So we have the 4 originals that they released. So we have Billy, Kimberly, Tommy, and Adam. And now we finally got Rocky and Aisha. So we have those 2 as well to add. So now we have all 6 Rangers, which is really cool. And now we have the whole entire team. And then we do also have the Cat Ranger as well. Didn't really need her. It's just another Pink Ranger, but it's got the cat version this time since she appears in Season 3 as the Ninja Ranger. So we have this one as well. Like for me personally, I'm not going to use this on my shelf since I'll want Kimberly, but it's still cool that they did throw in Cat since she was one of the Rangers. So it's cool they did include her as well, but I'll just kind of show this figure. We won't review it or anything. But now that we have the entire team here, we can look at all the Rangers. So let me go and get them open and out of the box, and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with the male Ninja Rangers first, since they all have the exact same body design. And of course, these first appeared in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, but these designs are more specifically based off Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where the powers were given to the Rangers by Ninjor after Rita Revolto destroyed the Thunderzords, and each Ranger finds their inner ninja spirits, and with those spirits, they possess many magical powers, like replacing themselves with their uniforms, have super speed, disappear and attack from underground, can clone themselves, a smokescreen, mind control, and release energy from their hands. And mainly with these suits, only ever fight the Tengas. But as I believe I said in the opening, these are like my favorite outfits ever. I just love the ninja outfits. Like this design themselves, which I just took them right out of the box, so they have the fully covered faces. I don't like that design, but switching out their heads with the accessories and stuff, these are my absolute favorite outfits. Like if I ever did a cosplay of Power Rangers, this would be like an outfit I want, just because it's more flowy than loose and stuff, but it's almost like a pair of pajamas. But they just look really cool. They have basically all the same designs. So I have, of course, Billy out here in front. I chose him just because I thought the color blue would stand out the most. But then, of course, we have Rocky in the red, Adam in the black, and it's hard to see, but Tommy's there in the white. Usually I do Tommy for everything, but with the white on the white background, I thought a different color would be best. But of course, they have their inner ninja spirits, like I said. So Billy is the wolf, so he has a wolf on his chest, and we'll go through each one here. But I figured I would just do Billy for the movements because, as I said, all 4 of these guys are exactly the same, so I only need to really show one. But I think overall they look cool, like I said, with the more baggy, looser fitting outfits, like the ninja style outfits, as the name implies, look cool. Of course, they have a bunch of gold everywhere, so he's got the gold linings, which they actually look pretty good. I think we got pretty decent. Like the paint jobs aren't the best, and there is a lot of issues with these figures in general. I believe here we have all good figures, so we don't have to worry about it. But I know like the first wave had a lot of issues with like incorrect pieces in the box, like accessory pieces, or issues with the figure itself. Like we've had a lot of issues with the legs being wrong, and I figured by the new releases they would have that all figured out. But even my Rocky that I got, which isn't this one, this is my brother's, but my Rocky had the legs incorrect. So like the pieces here are backwards, so like they're flipped around. So the legs are on straight, like the main leg parts, but the hip pieces are on backwards. So this piece is over here and flipped around to the back and that design. So the legs are messed up, and we tried to fix it, but it broke the figure. So I'm going to have to try and find a new Rocky at some point. But like I said, at least here, most of our figures are pretty good, like nice print design. Like there is, like I said, some issues, like not the best paint jobs ever, but they have the nice gold designs, still have the diamonds, which of course fit in nicely with Mighty Morphin. So the diamonds there on their little gauntlet pieces. And like I said, the paint's not the best, but they did pretty good. Had the white sash around their waist, more baggy pants going all the way down to the shoes, where we have the diamond designs as well. And then the shoes have the toe design that I love on Ninja figures stuff. So overall it looks pretty good. And like I said, we have the heads that just came in the box, so the fully covered faces. So as I mentioned, with their powers where they can like replace themselves with just their uniforms, that's kind of what they use, so you don't see their face, so you don't really know there's not a Ranger in the outfit. But overall, I just really like the design. I just wish the actual figures themselves were made a little bit better, because we do have some issues with some of the figure designs, and then like I said, all the issues with like the pieces and like my Rocky having the incorrect hip pieces and stuff, just really annoying. But overall, I just love them. So as much as there's issues with them and it makes me mad, I just love them so much, and they're my favorite Ranger figures so far. But let's do his movements. So with this, it may be hard to get some of the movements, but we can get the head to twist around. So they have this like color piece that'll come off, and then of course the head piece, so it can twist around in there. It should be able to twist all the way around, but with the color piece, it's kind of getting in the way. And then it can look down that far and up that far, so it again, not good movements with that color. It gets in the way. But the shoulders can then come up to about 90, a little bit hard there to get moved. So they do have the additional little piece up here that's in the way. So it's hard to get that. So you may run into plastic wise and stuff. Has the butterfly joint and can rotate all the way around. There is the bicep twist, which is really high up. So right in here. So we get the bicep twist, can twist around, the double elbow joint. And so they have the baggier outfits. So they're going to have a lot of material. So you don't get the best bend. So close to about 90 there. And then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Then we go to the midsection. So they have an ab crunch and twist. So crunch back and forth and twist all the way around. Not exactly sure what all is working up in there. It's hard to see. I think it's just at the waist. The hips can come up to 90 and out to the side there. We get the thigh twist that twists all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far to the back. So isn't bad. Like I said, could be better, but the baggier pants is in the way. Then we get a shin twist at the top of the boots, right at the bottom of the baggy pants. And then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. So the movements aren't horrible. And I know like trying to line up the like pants and stuff, like get the lines lined up here, it always seems like the knees are bent in a little bit more, but thankfully you can like twist the feet out there. So it's not as bad. So like I said, they're not the best designed figures, but I just love the look so much. So like I said, all four of these male figures are going to be exactly the same. So that's why we're not going to look at each one, just one to show one here, but they come with a lot of accessories and they all have the same accessory pieces. So we'll go ahead and show each one and switch them out. So like for Billy here, first off, like I showed, they have the color piece. You can like remove the head and just remove that, or you can switch it out to this color piece. So I'll probably be switching this out on all the figures to this sort of color piece because it lies more flat and allows more room. And then we get the additional head of being like half mask. So this is what I chose for my personal figures, is having this half mask. So we just have the face covering up, but you can still see the character. So it looks like Billy in there, like David Yost. So I think it looks pretty good. You see have his hair and of course the headbands and everything, but still have the hood. I just like that design because I don't care for unmasked heads. So I still like this because you can tell who the character is, but it's not the fully covered mask like that one that I don't like as much. So this is my preferred versions. So we can go and switch the heads out on all these figures and we'll take a look at them. So there I got the heads all switched out so you can kind of see them in the back, but I'll pull each of them forward. So there, like I showed, you can see the Billy there. So I think looks really good. And like I said, I like this version because you can clearly tell who that's supposed to be, but it doesn't show the full face. So you don't have to worry about the accuracy of the figures. Like I said in the past on Power Ranger videos, I don't think they get the heads very accurate. So not being have to worry about the accuracy of the look and stuff just shows enough where you, like I said, can tell who it is, but without seeing the full face. So there we have Billy, and we can go and bring up other characters. So here is Rocky, and he is the ape. So he's got the ape on his chest, and then there's a look. Like I said, I think it looks pretty decent. Looks enough like Steve Cardenas there that I can tell that's who it is. We of course have Tommy, my favorite. So there is Tommy. I think looks pretty good, Jason David Frank wise, and he's the Falcon. So he has the Falcon on his chest. So that's good. And some of these were pretty difficult. Like I know Tommy and Adam here had pretty difficult time getting the heads on, and then of course Adam there as the frog. And again, I love the hair design, everything they did for Adam there looks pretty good. So I just wanted to show that off, and then of course we can show the rest of the accessories. So then we get fully unmasked heads. So like for Billy here, there we have Billy. So we have Billy's head of David Yost. So again, I don't think the accuracy is horrible on this. I think this is probably, especially for Billy, the best version we've ever had, but I still don't think it's that good. And that's why I said I prefer those, because you don't have to worry as much about the accuracy, but I think it's decent. I think they did a good job with his hair, the overall face design. Of course, at this point, he wasn't wearing the glasses. So I think overall they did pretty good. And I think this is what my brother wants because these are all his figures that I'm using. So I'll go ahead and switch the heads out to these. But there we have Billy. For Tommy, we have his, which the Jason David Frank, they've done pretty good in the past. This one I don't think is horrible. It doesn't look exactly like him, but I don't think it's bad. For Steve Cardenas there, for Rocky, doesn't look the best. Like I said, probably one of the best versions, but I love his poofier hair that he had at the time. So I love that hair design for him, but overall face isn't that good. And then for Johnny Young Bosch, for Adam, doesn't look the best, like I said, but probably the best there's been. And again, love his hair design. They did a really good job on these hairs. So we'll go and switch all the heads out now to those. So there they are with the unmasked heads and just have the headbands on. And I think those look pretty good. Like I said, I don't like the likeness, but I still think overall they look pretty good. So not bad figures at all. And then they come with a lot of accessories like for hands and stuff. So we get additional hands. So for Rocky, we get these hands. And I assume they're supposed to be connected to their animals. So something with the ape, but we can switch these hands out for poses and stuff. So we get these hands with like claw fingers. For Billy, we get a flat like karate chop hand, and then a hand with like the knuckles bend down and stuff. So I like the hand design. I like things like this compared to just the normal chop hands or like grip hands or fist hands or whatever. So things like this I really like, but those are for Billy. For Tommy, we have a chop hand as well as a hand with like a little cup to the fingers of it. So again, another unique thing. And for Adam, we get a karate chop hand and then a hand with some sort of like a grip design on there. And as usual with the Power Rangers, they come with Hasbro effects. So each one has the different effects. Some are going to be the same, some are different. So for Rocky, he comes with a punch sort of fist thing, so we have that. For Billy, also comes with the punch, so we have two of the same punches, so that's kind of weird. For Tommy, we get a kick, so like a little sweeping effect that sticks onto his foot for a kick. And for Adam, we have a little like karate chops, like swipe thing that you can put his hand into. So it'd be cool to try and put these on all of them. I don't know how well I'll be able to get like Tommy to stand with his foot and stuff, but let's try and put them on. So there I try to get their Hasbro effects. So of course we have Rocky and Billy just doing like a punch. Can't really do too much with the punches. Tommy, I tried to get a kick, but getting him to balance just on the one foot isn't that easy. And you can just barely see the effect down on his foot there. And then I have Adam doing like the karate chop. So not a whole lot to each of these figures. Like I said, I just like the poses of the hands, being able to switch out the hands with the different things to try and do different poses. So I'll mess around with that at the end. But just wanted to show all those effects there for the male characters. And then the females are going to be relatively the same. So of course we have Aisha as the Yellow Ranger, and then Kimberly as the pink, and then we also have that cat figure as well. So those two are going to be exactly the same, just both pink, just come with different heads that'll show. But for the females, we'll take a look at Aisha, and she's the bear. So she has the bear logo on her chest, and there are the cranes. So we'll see that. But overall looks good, and has relatively the exact same design as the men, just thinner, more petite bodies, but everything is pretty much the same, pretty much same design, just overall have the same sort of head design stuff. So the completely covered head automatically comes on, and then we'll have all the heads we can switch out and everything. But let's go and do the movements. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be exactly the same, but just since it's a different body design, I want to do it. So the head can twist all the way around for this, so much easier than the males had, and then can look down that far and up that far. So overall better movements, but you see the neck's up pretty high. The shoulders come up to 90, have a little bit of the butterfly joint there, and can rotate all the way around. We get the biceps, again, very high up in there, it can twist there. The double elbow joint that can bend up that far, so better than the males. Wrist twist around and flex back and forth. Then the same probably ab crunch, so crunch back and forth a little, just nice crunching, and twist around at the waist. The hips can come up to 90, and the hips have a lot of weird movements, so I just tried to move down, and it just kind of stuck at this position right now, so you just kind of got to get it moved around in there, and then come out to the side. We get the thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint, that's a little bit stiff on this figure, but can bend up that far to the back. Shin twist at the top of the boot, and then the foot flexes back and forth and twists side to side. So overall pretty much the same as the males, no real difference except for more movements in the elbows is about the only thing, and the neck. But otherwise, once again, the figure isn't the best figure, like it could be designed better, but I just love the look. Now accessory wise, they're pretty much going to be exactly the same. So again, we have the fully covered face, so we get the more uncovered face. So here we have Aisha's face, so it looks pretty decent there, and we have the additional color piece, so that can switch out. And then for Kimberly, same thing, so we get the color piece and then her half covered face, and same for Cass, so the color piece, and then there is Kat's face. So we'll switch these out now. So there's the head switched out on Aisha, Kimberly, and Kat. And since we're here, we'll go and look at the Kimberly and Kat. So there they are. Of course, they are the crane. So I have the crane logo on the chest, and then there's the Kimberly head as well as the Kat head. So both of those look good. You can't tell the difference because of the hair color and everything, but both of those look good as well as the Aisha. And just like the males, we can also switch out the heads for fully unmasked. So there is Aisha. Again, I don't think this looks like Karen Ashley, but I think the head design is really cool. I love the hair design and everything, just the yellow. I think it overall looks cool, but it doesn't look like her, but still we have the unmasked versions. And then of course for Kimberly there, Amy Jo Johnson, I don't think it looks horrible. It's like it's not the best once again, but not horrible. So we have that. And then of course Catherine Sutherland for Kat there. It doesn't look the best either, so we can switch all these out now. And there's those unmasked heads on there, and again, I think they look pretty decent. Obviously not the best for the females, but they look pretty good. And for their additional hands, so for Aisha, she comes with just 2 flat palm hands, and for Kimberly and Kat, they have the exact same accessories. So they come with like a claw style hand and a flat karate hand. And then for their Hasbro effects, for Aisha, she comes with the karate chop hand, so much like Adam had. And then the Kimberly and Kat, again, similar. So they come with this foot one, so it's like a foot kick, but different from Tommy, so their foot fits in there. So it's a swipe with the right foot. So let's try these effects. So there I got the effects on Aisha. So again, she's just doing the karate chop and trying to get the Kimberly to do a kick once again, but it's kind of off screen a little bit. And if I touch her, she's going to fall. And I just left Kat since it's the exact same, but just want to show all those effects and everything off for all the different Power Rangers. Well, there's all the Ninja Rangers ready for attack, and I tried to switch out their hands and give them stuff that would fit with their animal designs, but all of them I think look pretty cool. Like I said, I wish the figures themselves would be better because there's a lot of issues with like the legs and everything, but I think overall the looks carried out really well. We got pretty decent paint jobs on all these, no real major issues or anything. And like I said, I wish the heads could just be a little bit better for these unmasked versions. I just wish the likeness was there a little bit more, but like I said, that's why I'm going to use the heads like these for myself personally. But I think they all look really really good. Like I said, these are some of my favorite Ranger outfits, so getting them in figure form is really cool, and I just love these figures a lot. But let me know what you thought of them down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. Go and thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.